Okay, Tyson Fury's cut man, Jorge Capitillo, says that Deontay Wilder is a more impressive and a more credible opponent than Anthony Joshua. That's right, folks. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. He says that he believes that Deontay Wilder is a more impressive win and a better fighter and a better opponent than Anthony Joshua simply because he has natural power. This is what Tyson Fury's cut man said, because he has natural power. And he said when it comes to Anthony Joshua, he doesn't see any footwork. He doesn't see any feints. He doesn't see anything special. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't see nothing special when it comes to as far as the sweet science department goes. He does nothing, or he does none of those things. So this is why he elevates Deontay Wilder and say he's more of a dangerous, more of a credible and a better win than Anthony Joshua. And Tyson Fury is leagues and leagues above him. Like I said, if you're stupid enough to believe it, you know what I'm saying? They're dumb enough to write it. You know, and that's how this game goes. First of all, being that this guy is a cut man, I would say he's been in boxing, I'm going to say for at least over 6 years. I'm pretty sure it's way more than that. But I say that to say this. So that means he's been around the block. He's seen things. He knows things. Shit. He probably know more about boxing than me, or at least that he should. Given that, what I just said, that means somebody like me is well aware that he's too educated to say something this stupid. Because anybody who knows anything about boxing, even just a little bit, knows that you don't put a one-trick pony over somebody who has multi-talents in this sweet science game. You don't put a one-trick pony over somebody who has a skill set. I mean, how do you think the name came along of one-trick pony? It's not good enough. One trick will not get you there. Andre Ward told Deontay Wilder this. He said all that power is good, but one day you're going to run into somebody who's not going to follow the script. And then you know what's going to happen? You're going to get your ass whooped. And Lord and behold, that day came, and that ass was whooped. And that name was Tyson Fury. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. Okay? But one thing's for sure. You can't elevate Deontay Wilder. No, I'm sorry. You can't elevate Tyson Fury over Anthony Joshua for beating Deontay Wilder. Let me put it like this. You want to say that Tyson Fury is one of, or is the most skilled boxer, heavyweight ever, whatever, but is the most skilled and the best boxing heavyweight. What the fuck does it look like? I'm giving you props for being one of the most skilled fighters for beating one of the most unskilled fighters we have ever seen in our life. It is no secret Deontay Wilder has lost almost to every opponent every fucking round up until the knockout. This is why he cherry picked, and this is why he stayed away from certain people. This is why, and Tyson Fury said it himself, he had to appear like a wounded animal in order to get him to fight him. Okay? So how is that impressive? How is it impressive that you beat the shit out of a cherry picker? It's never been a secret that he don't have skills. A guy with skills beat up on somebody who has absolutely no skills, and this makes him the best boxer, more skilled and better than AJ and all this other shit. And not only is he better than AJ, y'all saying Deontay Wilder better than AJ. Anthony Joshua one strap away from undisputed. This dude had a 5-year lead and only holding one strap. My bad, he ain't got no strap. Tyson Fury got it. And yet even he's better? I swear the bullshit that these people, listen, they're well aware that as boxing fans, we have the dumbest casual fans out of any sport. That's why somebody as educated as he is would say something so stupid, because he knows somewhere, somehow, some way, it is some idiot that's going to believe this and regurgitate this shit in somebody's comment section, preferably mine. That's how they do out here, man. They know y'all don't research it. They know y'all lazy in the brain. They know that. And they know y'all tribal as fuck. So y'all take this shit and run with it. But the only reason why people like him say shit like this is because we have a stupid fan base. Any boxer trainer will tell you, you don't put no one-trick pony over somebody who has a skill set. You don't do it. That makes absolutely no sense. And then you're going to elevate Tyson Fury for beating who the whole world has called the biggest bum chaser, one of the biggest cowards, one of the most sorry excuses for a heavyweight we have ever seen in our life. It takes you beating this guy for you to get elevated to that? See, it'd be totally different to me if they were screaming this shit from the rooftops before Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder and before Anthony Joshua said that speech that pissed off everybody in his country. Because before then, I didn't see none of this talk. If y'all kept that same talk when he was beating up on Pizzanetta and stuff like that, oh, he's the greatest boxer. Look at those skills. Look. If y'all was doing all that then and saying he's so much better than Anthony Joshua then fine. But it just so happens after he beat Deontay Wilder and if Anthony Joshua makes his speech, now all of a sudden he's so much better. He's this is that. It's just funny to me to see them jungle gymming from Anthony Joshua's nutsack, then Brent swinging over to Tyson Fury's right after he beat Deontay Wilder and right after a speech happens that they don't like. Like, I can't correlate the two. You know, it'll be totally different. But once again, the reason why people like him say stupid ass shit like this, because we got dumbass fans who's going to run with this shit. This is why I keep pointing out articles, commentators, promoters, and stuff in all this lying narrative. Because we have a very ignorant fan base and you guys will believe and run with anything. Even our hardcores don't even know the sport like that. That's why they know they could be like, oh, Anthony Joshua's ducking and knowing they got a fucking 2-fight deal contract signed already and shit. Already talked about it, already had a meeting about it now. But they playing the public like Dodo the Fool and say, oh, Anthony Joshua's scared and he's keeping Anthony Joshua from me. He's this, that. Anthony Joshua has been chasing around everybody to achieve undisputed. He's chasing around anybody with a fucking belt. But yet, LDBC, Anthony Joshua's scared, this and that. Oh, I'm scared, really? Let me come to America. Knock on your door. Wilder, what's up with it? Okay? Oh, Tyson Fury's a man. Y'all say he's better than me, this and that. Okay. Tyson Fury, let's fight. What's up with it? Oh, you not ready? Whenever you ready, I'm ready to go. He's done this with everybody, but gets no props. Or people trying to constantly rob him of his props. Now, there's one thing that Jorge said that I want to speak about. He talked about he don't see no feints and he don't see no this, that. He's half correct. He's half correct. I've always said that about Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, people got mad at me because I said I want him to get rid of Rob McCracken or add. People got mad as fuck when I say, you know, Rob McCracken ain't the best of trainer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they acting like I fucking spit in a 3-year-old's bowl of soup or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, y'all love Rob like that. But anyways, I was like, yeah, the shit that Rob teaching them does not suffice. You know, and Abed said that in the show in the Andrew Ruiz fight. But in the rematch with the Andrew Ruiz fight, what it did show is the skill set of Angel Fernandez. Okay? Now, when he's talking about feints and all that other shit, the Anthony Joshua you guys see next is going to be an Anthony Joshua that y'all haven't seen before. Trust me. What Angel Fernandez is doing with Anthony Joshua is something that he needed to do a long time ago. It's something that his old school coach, Tim, I forgot the guy's name, but the dude that he was working with before Rob McCracken, he the one that was keeping him on his back. He the one that kept Anthony with that good jab and shit like that. And his punches was crisp, you know what I'm saying? He was a much better fighter with that trainer, but then again, that's just my opinion. But anyways, Angel Fernandez is reiterating that kind of style. That's why when you seen him fight Andrew Ruiz in a rematch, he was working everything off the jab. Basically, in a nutshell, to sum this up, he's teaching them a crunk style for the most part, working everything off the jab, You know what I'm saying? The foot feint and stuff like that. All that shit is gonna come because if he keep working with Angel, Angel's gonna teach him that and some. Angel is a very good trainer. He's a very good trainer. Very good. If he keep working with him, the Anthony Joshua we see in this next fight will be more like the Anthony Joshua coming into his prime. You know? And that's the other thing, and I'm gonna end it with that. Everybody keep talking about the skill set, Tyson Fury skill set. Tyson Fury been boxing since he was like fucking 7. You know what I'm saying? He's been boxing since he was a fucking baby. All right, that's how long Anthony Joshua picked this sport up at what, 19? And look at him. Look at him. Constantly improving, constantly getting better. And he's green as far as experience with everybody else, but he's walking around the fucking boxing world like a vet. Ain't scared of shit, shaking everybody. I mean, man, I guarantee if you could talk to the old school fighters of the day, ones that's not in the WBC Mauricio Suleiman pocket, and get them talk about what they think of the heavyweights, I bet you they all shine on Anthony Joshua. And I bet you they all like Fury too. But I guarantee they all like Anthony Joshua because he moved like a throwback fighter. You know, but articles like this ain't nothing but bullshit. But the reason why stuff like this is said, because we have a dumb enough fan base that'll believe it and they'll run with it. This is how they can tell you somebody's winning a fight even though they're losing and you're watching it. That's the power of commentating. Okay? They could tell you somebody's pound for pound #1 and the whole world knows that they not. You know what I'm saying? That's the power of media. And like I said, people are dumb, so they'll run with it. That's why in boxing, you really got to think for yourself. Once again, that's why I say this YouTube and this content creating shit is one of the best things that happen to boxing. Because even though you got a lot of corrupt, ass-kissing, informant, paid-for content creators, there are some that you can get some really good information from that's going to be real with you no matter what, that cares about talk about boxing in its natural, real aspect more than views. Because if people are concerned about views and gaining subscribers, then their content and their delivery and what they say could change because it's catered towards growing a channel. You know, me, nothing I say is catered towards growing a channel. If anything, my style on YouTube is catered towards tearing down your damn channel. You know what I'm saying? You can't get to where I'm at talking the way that I talk. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I didn't even get here that way. I got here because I was blazing the fuck out of Wilder and the LDBC, which they deserved at the time. They do deserve, but they don't deserve to be the only ones eligible to get blazed and talk about. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I run into a standstill. And that's where I have decided, you know what? This channel's going to stay right here. You know, and what I mean by stay right here is I don't make content to elevate this channel anymore. I make content to shock, to piss off, and to entertain those who really like boxing. But I've been gave up on the views and the subscriber number shit because that shit just don't work.